Good afternoon. Welcome to the video. On screen, we have a stock called Oklo. It is a nuclear technology company based in California. I don't know a great deal of the fundamental side of the business, but I can tell you that the Financial Times have basically scrutinized the valuation, and on the back of that, you're seeing this big drop in price. However, technically, you could see this happening anyway. We're up nearly 1,000% since April. So I think this pullback is completely warranted. And yeah, we're just going to get into the technicals and see if we can tick off some levels of where might be, a nice entry in the future. So yeah, we came up to the high of $193. And back in April, we were down to sort of 20 odd dollars or even lower, well, around about $20. This stock, to be honest, was I say recommended, but requested by somebody that follows my work. So thank you for this recommendation, because it's always great to do this work for somebody else and give somebody your perspective. So what I think is happening here is we're getting this pullback. Below us, we have the pivots. These are quarterly pivots at $104. Now, I do have some predetermined levels just because I want to make the video quick, and I'm going to put those on screen now. So we do have single prints, which are these white lines. So I've already been to the TPO chart and taken a look inside there, and you can see we have this single print here where we have this quarterly pivots. So no doubt would expect some kind of reaction at that level. And below us down here at 76 or $75, we have the next one, and you can see. Now, what's important here is the fib level that I have here, which has been determined from pulling from the high right down to that low of this whole move to the upside, has given us these levels. So you can see below us now we have that 0.5, which is in alignment with the pivots and, like I say, single print down here. But I wouldn't be surprised, purely because of the the speed that we've kind of like ripped to the upside, that yeah, sure, we do get a reaction here and a bounce, and maybe potentially this could be the lower high. So if you were looking to open a short, then this will be the move that you'd be waiting for to do that, and then get that next leg down, of course. But eventually, I would like to see us come in to that 786, which is down at $55 now. Again, I do like to say take it level by level. So I don't want to make any guarantees that we're coming even into that 886, but you will see this box down here, which I have marked. So there's gaps here. There's a gap here in the price. So this could get filled. It could get filled by a quick wick to the downside. So be aware of things like that. But yeah, I think over time we're eventually going to descend down into these regions. With regards to any other technical levels that I can give you other than the single prints and the fib levels, there's not really a great deal that I have on the chart that I think is necessary anyway, because I think this is a case of sitting on your hands, setting alerts for those lower levels, and waiting and seeing the reaction. But inevitably, you want to be waiting until you're down into this kind of zone where you're most likely to get a much stronger support. So yeah, that's going to wrap this video up. This is pretty much the message that I want to give with this chart. So yeah, currently we are down some. Well, what is it down? Down some 14%. And inevitably, I do see this coming down, yeah, significantly lower, in light of number one, those technicals, and number two, the fact that yeah, it seems to be, I say, receiving bad press, but there's a lot of different news headlines that are coming out, and there's also someone that's selling stock and so on and so on. But that's what you're going to do when something's 1,000% to the upside. I mean, of course, you're going to be selling. So, yeah. So this video is all about capitalizing off of the next move, and whether you're going to take a short to the downside after we put in that lower high, or you're just going to be super patient and wait for those lows to come in, is entirely up to you. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it explains everything you need to know. If you have any questions, please leave them below the chart and I will do my best to answer. And support my work with a like and a follow. I appreciate that. Safe trading, and thank you for listening.